All right, guys, let's talk about some sauce. Now, I told you guys that a lot of the poison that be in the food be coming from the condiments. I told y'all, man, like it. How can these people? How much pedestal can I put people on, really, when they don't read what they're feeding themselves? How much respect can you really have for somebody who don't even know how to feed themselves? I mean, really, guys, seriously, somebody tell me. But people think I'm somebody to be made fun of. But I actually read what I put in my body. And if I do put something bad in my body, it's by choice. It's because I just decided to have something I really wanted. How can people walk around and call themselves intelligent when you don't even read what you put in your body? Somebody got to explain that. How much respect can you really have for people who don't respect their own temple? So, y'all saw a couple nights ago, I be posting about the food. You know, I showed y'all some bunch of vegetables over rice, but I can never have the condiments that the restaurant is serving because all the condiments is filled with gluten or either dairy, right? And I don't consider hummus as a condiment. So I have to go to the store and I have to find my own condiments that have the right ingredients. So we got one right here. There's no need to look at the brand, guys. Once again, no soy or canola oil. It contains apple cider vinegar. It's gluten free. Let's look at the ingredients. First ingredient, avocado oil. Y'all notice I deal a lot with avocado oil. We know avocado is a fruit, it's not a vegetable. Apple cider vinegar, water, organic stone ground mustard, mustard seeds, organic vinegar, salt, organic spices, organic honey, lemon juice, sea salt. Very simple and to the point. This is a honey mustard, guys, sauce that I like to put on that rice and that salad from the restaurant with the salmon. And it tastes just as good as anything else. Is it good as the honey mustard you'll put on your chicken nuggets at McDonald's? Hell no. But if I had to use this for some chicken nuggets that I would make at home, it would suffice. It's not bad. And I also told you guys about there are a lot of things that actually taste better than the so-called real thing, like Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pancakes. The only thing I'm mad about, I'm looking for a butter that they used to sell called Melt, a vegan butter. And I'm telling you that this vegan butter and those gluten-free Bob Red Mills pancakes taste better than the real pancakes. I swear. It really does. I think they got another kind of butter out there. I gotta get back to y'all later talk about like what vegan butters out there really taste like the real thing. But when I was eating that Melt butter, that tasted better than the real butter to me. See, that's why you really got to do your due diligence and your homework. It's hard for me to respect people, guys, who don't do their homework about their health. I just can't respect that. Again, and when we talk about like relationships and stuff, even friendships, you gotta be careful, man, because you're gonna end up babysitting somebody. And y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why at the end, I just heard Floyd Mayweather talking about at the end of the day, you got to trust yourself. I'm going to talk more about Floyd later because I'm not buying all this fucking hype. Just to let y'all know, I don't give a fuck about what some Stephen A. Smith saying about Floyd or none of that stuff. Ain't nothing going to make me turn against Floyd because whatever Floyd did with the crypto, I mean, who taught him? Who taught him that? How is all the attention on a black man? As if this whole fucking system, who gave the black man the guns? Who taught him how to swindle people in crypto? Floyd didn't make up. Floyd didn't create. He didn't create crypto. Well, that's all. Is this blackmail? Is this scapegoating again at its finest? Regardless, we know it's a bunch of propaganda. But I'm not jumping on the hate train with Floyd. You can forget about it. I've already told you I respect Floyd, and that's that. And can we find something about him that makes him seem like a bad guy? Of course, y'all can find stuff on me that make me seem like a bad guy. Man, I tell you. But anyway, getting back to the point, guys, I digress. This, this food thing, this condiment is very, very serious. But people want to be making fun of me, right? Right. So I just want to tell y'all, this is how I got to roll. This is how I roll on a daily basis. But yeah, one more thing. Yeah, Floyd was just talking about how you always gotta roll like, people can betray you at any time. Your wife can betray you, your spouse can betray you. Most people sleeping with the enemy out here, right? Because they was afraid to be alone. We talked about that yesterday. And whether you poor or rich, at the end of the day, you still gotta look at yourself in the mirror, get your ass up, wipe your fucking nasty ass, and figure out, why am I even moving forward? It don't matter if you poor. It's always the question of now what too. Like, let's say you win a lottery and then you go buy a house, you get all the things that you say you wanted or believe that you want. It's always the question of now what. That's why it's easy for a rich person to commit suicide than as a poor person. Because when a rich person confront those demons, it's nowhere to run because they can't say, if I just had some money. Well, you already got money. What's now what? Nothing. Now you come face to face with your own soul. You already got the money, right? You already got the thing that all of us get up every day, whether we want to go to work or not, just to get some money. What if you have it already? What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? That's why I'm glad that I went through the darkness. We talked about this yesterday, guys. I said I'm a bad news, good news type of person. Give me the bad news first, because if I can get through that, then I can handle the good news. And not only that, if I got the good news, the bad news will never be able to override the good news because I already been through the darkness. I already dealt with the dark night or so. So why everybody's wondering, man, how can he be doing this or how can he be doing that? Or how can he be still happy and all this stuff? Because I already did the work. That's why. But yeah, guys, just to close this out, man, we went over the ingredients and this stuff. And this is how I roll. I do not walk into a place and eat their condiments. I am not these people out here, guys. On a many levels, not just my strength, vice grips. On many levels, I'm not these people out here. Some people think, I'm somebody that can make a lot of change. Well, maybe, but people at the end of the day, people still gotta want to do it for themselves. They can't just do it because I'm doing it. They gotta actually want to do it for themselves. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.